This is for all of the people that are feeling behind and are not sure how to get out of where they're at. Good morning and welcome to the show. I'm Christine, if you didn't know, and I'm just leaving the gym right now, and I got a 25-minute workout, which is ridiculous because I slept in, and I'm headed to a doctor's appointment because I'm in pain. So I want to talk to you about front-loading the suffering. Front-loading the suffering is you can choose to wake up early and go work out when you don't feel like it and when you don't know what you're doing and when everything hurts. Or you could choose to lay in bed and feel comfort for the day and let your body get a little bit worse, like one sheet of paper thick. And then tomorrow you could get up and go to the gym and hurt, or you could lay there in comfort and let your body get a little bit worse, just one more sheet of paper. And before you know it, you've got a 500 sheet whole skein that you're carrying. Just put it in your backpack. Now you're carrying this 500 page skein of paper, and it's even harder to get up and go to the gym. Like at this point, you can't. You've got sciatic pain. You were in pain all night. You were tossing and turning. You didn't get that good of sleep. You got to be at work in 45 minutes. You need to get in the shower and get yourself, to work and deal with it. And then the new year comes around, and you say, this year it's going to be different. And so you decide, I'm going to add in some yoga, I'm going to add in some meal prepping, I'm going to add in some, starting taking vitamins, I'm going to add in a little, I'm going to read one book a month of a good, mindset book, a business book, something on health, something that I know I need. And January 1st comes, you party your way through December, from November through December, all of the Christmas parties, all of the candy, I'll just have one slice, okay, maybe two, one more won't hurt. And January comes, and it's like you added another 250 pages in 6 weeks. So now you're carrying this even heavier thing, and you wake up and you're sluggish and you don't feel good, and you just need to sleep a little bit more. It's cold outside. I don't want to go. And so one more piece of paper, and one more piece of paper, and one more piece of paper. You get 2 or 3 years down the road of that activity. Now you've got 5 skeins of paper in a backpack. You know how heavy those things are? 3 of them is if you don't work out, picking up 3 of them is difficult. They're heavier than you think. One piece of paper weighs nothing. 500 pieces of paper, or 1,500 pieces of paper, or 2,500 pieces is heavy. And so the story goes, and you continue and continue. This is what I did all of my life. I didn't start working out until I was 30. Now, at that time, I wasn't yet sick from the autoimmune that I have now. I carried so much skeins of paper, I picked up some disease along the way. And so, but at that time, I was still able to kind of eat what I wanted, and I wasn't in a lot of pain, and things were okay. Fast forward 5 years, I had gotten in a little better shape from just exercising, but not changing my diet. And then the sickness hit. So at this point, I'm 44 years old, I'm perimenopausal, I'm in pain all the time, but this isn't about me. I know that this is going to find the right person that is dealing with chronic pain and fatigue and all of that stuff. And I have to decide every morning. It was 43 degrees this morning, which is really cold for Florida. I had to decide to get up. I woke up late. I woke up at 5:30. I have a doctor's appointment at 8. By the time I got to the gym and got through the little red light room, it was already almost 7 o'clock. So I only got 25 minutes of a workout. Now, I could have just said, you know what? Okay, I woke up late. I should just let myself rest today, and tomorrow I'll get after it. But I know the power of one piece of paper piled with one more, piled with one more, piled with one more. That mascara stuff, and y'all didn't tell me while I was looking crazy. So at this point, I have been getting up every morning for almost 2 years at 5 o'clock or sooner, and going to the gym or going for a walk by the river, depending on, the weather. And so it wasn't an option. My shoulder is like pinched and spasming. Okay, this is my skein of paper, from 2016. So I have to get up and remove one piece of paper a day, or I'm not going to get better. This is front loading the suffering. This is, I'm paying for last year's harvest, and also it's costing me to get a good harvest for next year. And so at the same time that I'm paying for it with pain, I have to pay it for the next season with pain. So I'm doubling down on pain right now, and I refuse to let myself slide backwards. I can't slide any more further backwards. That's how people end up in my 600-pound life. That's how people end up only weighing 200 pounds, but still having to use the little, cart at Walmart to go through, and they're almost falling out of it everywhere, reaching for the cupcakes on the top shelf. That's not going to be my story. I refuse. It happened to, my father passed away from obesity and just from, he was a hard worker, a good dude, and back then there wasn't the internet to help teach him. Right now you have no excuse. None. You can find out anything that you want to know on ChatGPT and YouTube. There's nothing's being gatekept anymore. You have no excuse. If you're dealing with chronic pain, there are ways to change your diet and adjust it and get out. If you're fat and overweight and your back hurts because you're super heavy, welcome to the club. There are ways to get up and fix things. There's exercises for your low back specifically. You no longer have to go to a personal trainer, or not that those things are bad, or a physical therapist. If you can't afford it or you don't have insurance, you got YouTube. So you can work on strengthening your core in a way every single day that you strengthen the right muscles to bring your collapsed and tilted pelvis back into position where it's supposed to be, from strengthening the right muscles and stretching the other right ones to release the squeezing on your sciatic nerve, so that you can get up and move around at the gym and get better. And this is not a sermon to become a gym bro, okay? That's not an option for me. I can't push myself like I used to because of the autoimmune. My body will think, oh, we are in crisis, shut down. That's the key. That's the key to survival. So I have to only do what I can. This morning I could only do 25 minutes. And also I could have went a little bit longer, but I woke up late. And that's part of front load the suffering, is if you wake up late and you only have time to get to the gym, walk in, go on the treadmill for 5 minutes and then leave, do it. That shame of, this is ridiculous. I walked in here, I got on the treadmill for 5 minutes and then I had to leave for work, will make you go, what do I need to do to get myself ready tonight to make sure that I wake up the way that I need to and be able to get a workout? Do not skip the gym. I don't care if you only have 5 minutes. I don't care if you can only run in, use the bathroom, and run back out. Use your tag, check in, do that, and then get to work. That suffering of, I look ridiculous right now, I just checked in, used the bathroom, and walked right back out, will make you want to avoid that in the future. And then tonight you'll make sure that you drink your proper vitamins. Glycine powder helps you sleep at night. Take whatever you need to take, sleeping tea or whatever, to get you some good rest and settle into bed with a book at 7 p.m. Some of you are going to have to cut your social life completely dead this year. Woo! Good job, sweetie. Ooh, the car just squeezed between us. Well done. Because I wasn't paying attention. I always like to drive and do these because I like to live on the wild side. Little danger with the content creation. Keeps things changing up. What was I saying? I can't remember. Let me pause this. Anyways, I can't remember. So I have 10 minutes before I'm going to my doctor's appointment. I have a doctor's appointment for nerve pain, extreme nerve pain, blah, blah, blah. At this point, instead of looking to doctors to save me and solve my problems and wishing I could meet a real live Dr. House to just find out what's wrong with me and fix me, I realized problem. It's me. It's I spent 30 years completely neglecting myself. I started doing pretty well for a while, and then when I got sick, I got so discouraged that I completely gave up and just started, wishing for the doctors to fix it. Give me more pills. Give me more pain pills. Give me more nerve pain pills. You don't understand. The pain is so bad. Yes, the pain is so bad, but you're eating cotton candy. You're living on quesadillas and, your version of low carb, so low carb tortillas, quesadilla. Like, you're not doing the research and trying to figure it out. You're not praying about it. You're not seeking God. You're not standing on scripture. You're just laying in bed and going, give me more pills. It hurts. It hurts. Help me. And the thing is every single day that I did that, I was piling on 1, 2, sometimes 3 sheets of paper, depending on whether I was doing damage or just not stepping out to work out. It's like, okay, skipping workouts, 1 sheet of paper. Eating, the wrong food with carbs so that you end up not wanting protein, it's another sheet of paper. Then later, not eating the protein, that's another sheet of paper. Staying up late, watching stuff on your phone because you feel like shicey. I'm trying not to cuss anymore. You feel like garbage, and so you just want to get outside of the pain for a minute. So you're playing a game on your phone while you're watching your show until you fall asleep. End up pushing way past when you wanted to go to sleep until you fall asleep. There's another sheet of paper. Now you just piled on 4 sheets today. So I encourage you to not pile any more sheets of paper into your backpack, because that sheets is. We don't want sheets in our life. I feel so clever. No, help me, Jesus. Cringe. Yeah, I know. Everything I do is cringy. Probably more to some people than others. But I just want to encourage you to get it together, baby. Get it together. Get your stuff. If you're already at work when you're hearing this, or it's already, it's late at night or whatnot. Plan your evenings the way you want your mornings to happen. If you go to bed late, snacking on stuff, watching TV, playing game on your phone, you're going to wake up completely unmotivated and out of energy. You're going to feel like crap. You're going to be inflamed, and you're going to barely crawl your way to the coffee pot and be, 2 minutes late for work, stressing the whole way. You have to decide, I'm going to sacrifice everything I want to do for my evening for what I need to do to prepare for my morning. I start getting ready for bed at 5 p.m. That is when unless I have like church or something, or I have, a late night signing, but for the most part, in order to protect my mornings and what I need to get done in the morning, I have to just not do stuff at night. So I don't take any, I'm a real estate notary, so I have signings. I really don't take signings at night anymore. As soon as I see the sun starting to go down, I start getting my stuff ready for the morning, getting my vitamins out for the morning, taking my magnesium for tonight, getting my glycine and L-theanine powder together and drinking down my, my magnesium. I let that stuff settle for an hour, and then I take my evening medicine. I'm still on some nerve pain medicine that I have to take. I'm still taking some anti-inflammatories, but I'm also added in. I haven't gotten sleep pills from the doctor because I'm trying to do as much natural stuff as possible. So I've added in valerian root. So I take my valerian root and my evening medicine at 6. So that by 7 o'clock, I'm pretty dang tired. And now I'm crawling into bed. Now, some nights I do fall into, I don't want to think anymore. I'm exhausted. And I just want to put on a show and fall asleep. So last night was one of those nights, which is why I was late to the gym this morning. But what I am trying my best to do is, okay, I'm tired, I don't want to do it, so what? I have mornings like that as well. Now I'm pulling out a business book or a mindset book or my Bible, something that I know that I need to read, and I'm laying there while the dogs play, and I'm reading a little bit. And I keep getting distracted. I want to pick up my phone. I want to just put on a show and do this and that. I feel like the reading's not really comprehending. The comprehension's not happening. I don't know if I just ran through a red or not. Don't tell anybody. Oh, I need to be in this lane. The way y'all do this is crazy. Do better, Jacksonville. The way you're creating your own roads is just... This is why people be crossing lanes like crazy, because they don't know what's going on. Nobody knows what's happening. Anyways, now I'm just chatting for nothing. The way that I lay down is the way that I wake up. The way you lay down is the way you wake up. So if you want to have a good, productive morning, make the last 3 to 4 hours of your evening good and productive. Even if that means sleeping. Sleeping is productive. So if you want to go to bed at 6 p.m., your body's like, bitch, lady, lay down. Then let her lay down. Let her go to sleep. She's trying to tell you something. She's tired. She needs to sleep. Cut off social engagements. No, I can't, be at your birthday party. No, I can't come out and, celebrate your whatever. I have to be, that's past my bedtime. You have to protect the sanctity of your healing. If you just let yourself go out this direction leaking and go in that direction leaking and go out that direction leaking to where you become like this little cramped seed of yourself living on coffee and, duct tape, you're not going to be able to live the life of your dreams or even live a decent life. You're going to continue to get more and more worn out. So front load the suffering in the morning and let the rest, the sleeping in rest that you need, happen at night. You got to flip those two around. If you can flip those two around, you can change your whole life. I promise you. If you do that this year, if you say, I'm no longer going to go out past 5 p.m., rarely, obviously, your best friend is getting married, she's having an evening reception or whatever, exceptions can be made. But I'm not going to your, the gender reveal of the lady that I work with. And I'm not, for you extroverts. For the introverts, I'm preaching the choir. We're not going to nothing. But, for extroverts, that can be a struggle. So, I understand. Even people in business, too. It's like you want to be there for every single one of your your business associates, and there's a lot of networking events that happen in the evening and stuff like that. You have to decide if you want to add 2 more sheets of paper to your stack every day. I'm going to go to the networking event and have a few drinks. That's 1, 2, 3 pieces of paper, and so therefore I'm not going to be able to get up and work out in the morning. Bam, there's another one. 4 sheets. Like how can you afford to do that? If you can afford to do that and you're 25 and you're living the life, baby, go for it. If you're in your 30s or 40s or 50s and you are holding on by a thread, you cannot afford that. So you need to decide whether it's something that you can afford. And for you young people, if this found any young people, I find it hard to believe that a 25-year-old would be watching me, or even a 19-year-old or anything like that. Front load the suffering. Give up the socialization and the drinking and the, whatever, Cheesecake Factory, all of that stuff. Go to bed early. Be boring. Be super boring. The most boring people your friends know. You're so boring. You never want to go out anymore. You're so boring. They are going to be like me when they're older. They're going to be in pain. They're going to have sciatic problems. They're going to have mental health problems. They're going to be screwed up. Just let them. Love them and let them. And hopefully somebody will start paying attention to how boring your life is for a few years in a row, and then start realizing she's kind of buff. She's like, she got muscles. She's a muscle mommy. That's crazy. And I'm over here getting flabbier and dark circles under my eyes. Like, what are you doing, Jessica? To be in such great shape, you look amazing. Well, I go to bed early at 7 p.m. By 8 o'clock, I'm smooth out. I get up at 4:30 and make myself a protein breakfast and hit the gym. It's pretty simple. It's not rocket science. It's just that I've been doing it every day for the last 3.5 years since I saw you last. So get up and get after it. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, love you guys.